morning. In the last class, we had started with a new chapter, that is the living world, and you had told me to send the presentation before. So I hope all of you all have received the PPT जो मैंने भेजी थी. So we can go ahead with the next part of the chapter. जो किसी को कोई डाउट है in between आपका जिधर तक जो भी पोर्शन हुआ है उसमें कुछ भी डाउट है, इज देयर एनी डिफिकल्टी? लिविंग वर्ल्ड वी हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड, है ना? तो एनीथिंग दैट यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड, नॉट फॉलोड, ऐसा कुछ है तो डू लेट मी नो.
No, ma'am. Very easy chapter.
This is an easy chapter, I know. Okay, fine. So here we go ahead with the next part of the chapter. अच्छा, इसमें एक याद रखना बेटा, this chapter seems to be very 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 easy, but the chapters which are easy, they are the soft targets of the examiners to make it difficult. The chapters which seems to be difficult, okay, कि लगता है कि बहुत डिफिकल्ट चैप्टर है, उसमें से बहुत सिंपल टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. और जो चैप्टर्स लगता है कि ये बहुत ही सिंपल वाला है, ये एक बार रीड करके आ जाएगा, निग्लेक्ट करने का जो एक ये हो जाता है ना कि हाँ ये तो ठीक ही है, इसमें से क्या आएगा, ऐसे वाले चैप्टर्स में से ही दे वांट टू आस्क यू ट्विस्टेड क्वेश्चंस. Okay, so there are many such type of twisted questions that have been framed for this particular chapter. Of course, we'll be giving all these type of questions eventually, but बता रही हूँ तो है ना, try to read between the lines. क्या क्या questions frame हो सकते हैं ना, ये थोड़ा सा जानने की कोशिश करना. Anyways, we go ahead with our next topic, that is classification. In the last class, we had seen rules for nomenclature. और मैंने आपको एक आध rule extra लिखवाया भी था. So after the rules of nomenclature, we come to something called as the classification pattern. Okay, so let us understand the classification pattern now. Is this chapter in the test on 29th? No beta, this chapter is not there for your test on 29th. उसके पहले जितने भी हमारे chapters हुए हैं, all those are going to be included. Okay, this chapter won't be included.
Ma'am,
chapter will get over by tomorrow maximum, कल तक ये हो जाएगा, but I'm not keeping this chapter for 29. Okay, हाँ, yeah, tell me.
so ma'am, like I had this like a request or something that we have done human reproduction like way back, like long back, and in between we finished a lot of chapters also. So those exams, this and that, reproduction थोड़ा rare सा गया है. Like I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. And can you take like a small viva or something like that on reproduction so that we can revise and all, like अच्छा से हो जाएगा, थोड़ा सा doubt session or something like that on reproduction.
Doubt sessions can be carried out for any chapter, not only for reproduction. That's why मैंने अभी starting में ही पूछा, is there any doubt for any of the chapters? Doubt sessions as such can be carried out. That is not an issue. But the
थोड़ा
problem,
reproduction के लिए or something viva or something like that, so that
see the thing is,
revise
we
it.
will complete our syllabus within next 4 to 5 months. मैक्सिमम 6 मंथ्स में अपना पूरा 11th और 12th का सिलेबस खत्म हो जाएगा बेटा. ओके, आपकी एग्जाम आप देने वाले हो 2022 में, आपका 2021 के फर्स्ट 6 मंथ्स में ही सारा पूरा बायो इज गोइंग टू गेट ओवर, राइट? तो उसके बाद का जो टाइम है ना, उस टाइम हमें रिविजन ही करने हैं, बिकॉज ऐसे ही होता है कि बहुत पहले चैप्टर्स पढ़ाए जाते हैं तो उसको रिकैप देना पड़ता है, बट उसको रिविजन कहते हैं. व्हेन आई से रिविजन, दैट मीन्स यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ द एंटायर चैप्टर का आइडिया आपको आना होना है, और उसके बाद उसके जो डाउट्स है और जो रिविजन है वो होते रहते हैं. इट विल बी कंडक्टेड, इट इज गोइंग टू बी द एंटायर लाइक आफ्टर ऑलमोस्ट जून जुलाई के बाद जो है वो पूरा रिविजन ही अपने चलने वाले हैं फॉर द नेक्स्ट एंटायर ईयर. ओके, यू शुड बी वेल वर्स्ड विथ कीपिंग अ बैकलॉग इन हैंड. तो जैसे हमारा एक चैप्टर कंप्लीट हो जाता है, you have to revise it and re-revise it, not only one chapter. If you have completed 6 chapters now, so when you're going to study the 6th chapter, you're also going to study the first 5 chapters along with that. Otherwise, if this is the gap will always be there. This gap will always be there. Okay, so doubts of course can be resolved anytime. Anytime we can resolve the doubts, that is not an issue. Fine. So we can think from that point of view. Yeah, what is your doubt? That tomorrow we don't have holiday? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. So if the management decides to give a holiday, then it would be. If not, then no. I mean, I'm ready to take a class tomorrow. I don't have an issue. So let's see. I mean, I really don't know. I'll also come to know eventually if there's a holiday or not. Okay. But if not, then I'll complete the chapter by tomorrow. This chapter by tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Then we go to this particular one, that is classification. What is classification all about is something that we have to understand now. As I told you in the last class only, that there is something called as 4 steps. Okay. And those 4 steps have been mentioned over here. See, characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. So we had already discussed about the nomenclature earlier, and today we're going to go ahead with the discussion of classification. Classification is nothing but to put it in one particular group. That is going to be called as your classification. So see, classification is the process of grouping of organisms in categories based on easily available, observable characteristics. Now, based on categories. So, what do you mean by this word category? Okay, this is what we'll be understanding first in this particular discussion. Second, they are saying there is something called as taxonomy. What do you mean by the word taxonomy? Taxonomy is the science of defining the groups of the biological organisms on the basis of their shared characteristics and giving names to these groups. So there is a study. There is a study in which a particular group of, I would say, scientists rather, who are more interested into understanding the different species that are available on this earth. They want to explore more and more, biological entities on this earth. So these group of scientists, they form, they form, like a quorum, and they have got certain rules and regulations that if I have to find out a particular organism, what are the steps that needs to be followed. So some people are interested into research, they want to go ahead with research, right? Not all who have taken science all want to become doctors or all want to become engineers. It's nothing like that way. Na? We've got so many allied streams nowadays and all have got very good scope. So there are so many scientists who want to go into research, especially of the living forms. So they want to explore more and more new species that are present on this earth. Okay. Now, when they are going to go ahead with this type of a study, when they are going ahead with this type of a study, they are following a certain rule. जैसे आपका एक syllabus होता है ना? You're in 11th standard, आपका एक syllabus है, एक quorum है, एक forum है that you have to follow. In the same way, when we go ahead with this particular type of study, जिसमें research oriented चीजें है, and you have to find out something new, organism के बारे में, it could be a microorganism, it could be a plant species, it could be an animal species, anything, that doesn't matter. So whatever has to undergo a research, they have to follow a certain rule book. Okay. And what is that rule book? The rule book is characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. So this rule book is to be followed, and the one who are like to follow this rule book are called as taxonomist. What are they called as? Taxonomist. Okay. And these taxonomists are involved into what? They are involved into research of characterization, identification, nomenclature, and classification. This study, which will bring all these four together, will be called as taxonomy. So, taxonomy is the study of what? The study of the group of organisms or the biological entities based who are based on the who are grouped with same certain shared characteristics, and we have also named them. That means we have undergone characterization, identification, nomenclature, and classification for this group. Okay, this study is called as taxonomy. Clear? Carlos Linnaeus is regarded as the father of taxonomy. Yeah, Carlos Linnaeus is one of the greatest taxonomists, I would say. He is called as the father of taxonomy. He has done an extensive work in this particular field of research. Okay, So the people who are really, like the students especially who are with me, and they are heading for research, and especially something like this, for them there's a very, very, very vast scope, because it's estimated that we have not even discovered one sixth of the total species that is present on this earth. So हमने last class में भी saw the numbers. Do you remember 1.7 to 1.8 billion हमने देखे थे? That is one sixth of the number of species that have been discovered is what is estimated. So those who want to go ahead with a research in this particular field have got a very good scope. They have got a lot of scope. Okay. Anyway, so this is your taxonomy. Now, just like taxonomy, there is a word called as systematics. What is the word? Systematics. Now, what is systematics and what is taxonomy? अब ये दोनों में है ना, हमेशा every time there is going to be a hodgepodge, because both the terms go very much together. Okay, इनका जो होता है ना वो इतना close definitions है कि you get confused कि ये taxonomy है ये systematics है, क्या है, it's a bit of confusion. So just to clarify this confusion, I'll just give you one small example. The example से ना you will immediately understand what is taxonomy and what is systematics. Okay, for example, अगर आप घर पे कोई नया कुछ एक खाने की नई चीज बना रहे हो, ठीक है, you're making something. Now you made that, okay, whatever you had planned or whatever you had desired, you made that. Then you realize कि it was good, but if I could have added this, it could have been better, है ना? Then you added that, next time you made it, you added that particular ingredient which you had thought would make it better. It really turned out to be better. Then you thought कि अरे ये अच्छा लग रहा है, सच में अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन इसमें है ना मैं थोड़ा सा ये भी डाल दूँ ना तो और अच्छा लगेगा. So third time you make it, you add that third ingredient and it turns out to be very yuck. Okay, आप बोलते हो नहीं यार इससे तो ये पहले वाला ही अच्छा था, ये नहीं ऐड करना चाहिए. So what is this? This is trial and error. This is trial and error, right? Then finally you come to a conclusion. Finally you come to a conclusion that you if you know like someone you serve them and they like it very much and they'll ask you यार बहुत मस्त बना है, कैसे बनाया? Share the recipe, right? And what you say? 2 कप ये लेना, 1 चम्मच ये लेना, half teaspoon ये लेना. Like you now go ahead with a specific quantities and a specific order. है या नहीं? इतना ये लेने का, इतना ये लेने का, ये ऐसे करने का, ये कट करने का, ये चॉप करने का, ये मिक्स करने का, whatever is there, you will give a complete detailing about the thing that you have tested and proven. Agreed? So first was what? First was trial and error. After trial and error, you got a success which was accepted by everyone and it turned out to be the best. And when it turned out to be the best, you repeated that experiment again and again and you were also satisfied कि yes, ये आधा चमचा ही डालना है, ये 1 कप ही डालना है, whatever it is, right? So in this way you formulated something, you formulated something and finally you gave the perfect recipe. Correct? Now I'm going to accept that perfect recipe. I'm going to read that recipe given by you and I'll try to make the same thing at my house. Correct? बराबर है? And it turned out to be good because it's a tested and proven recipe shared by you to me. समझ में आ गई बात? Same thing is with your taxonomy and systematics. Systematics deals with trial and error and then coming to a final conclusion. While taxonomy is just, reading the recipe and following it. So systematics and taxonomy are very close, but systematics is going to be a systematic execution of the trial and error methods of whatever are involved in understanding characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature. And taxonomy क्या है? ये दिया है, ये रीड करना है, वैसे की वैसे रेप्लिका इधर बनाना है. Got it? Of course, जो एक्चुअल में उसका यूज करते हैं, है ना, जिसने रेसिपी बनाई है वो 1 आध 2 बार और ट्राई करेगा, बाद में नया रेसिपी ढूंढने के लिए जाएगा. लेकिन जिसको वो रेसिपी पसंद आई है ना, दे कीप ऑन मेकिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर डिश इन योर हाउस कंटिन्यूअसली. सो द वन हु इज एक्चुअली गोइंग टू यूज इट for research in his entire course of time will be a taxonomist, and the one who will devise the course for the taxonomist would be the systematist. ये दो words समझ में आ गए बेटा? Is there any confusion between these two words, because these two words are very important? Yeah, what is your doubt? Those uh, Animal Planet bees. Yeah. You are right, Beta Devan. You are right. Yeah, correct. Yeah. What is your doubt, Shruti? Systematic research may or may not go for taxonomy. Exactly. Okay, it may lead to or it may not lead to. Perfect. Okay.
Ma'am,
So, हाँ, बोलो.
ma'am, like I had a doubt that can you like in one sentence can you describe how taxonomy and systematic are different from each other, like in one sentence, so that I can note it down. I'm getting a little bit confused. That uh, can
Just
a
now I said the
taxonomist.
same thing, no, beta. I used the same thing just now. I told you the same thing. That one is something which is going to be formulated for being used, and other is just going to be used by a person who has just to follow what is being formulated. So systematics is a systematic approach for devising the study of taxonomy, and taxonomy is using the systematic approach for carrying out the actual experiments. Okay, even in your bio lab you might have seen, or your chemistry lab, you have a handbook, right? You are allowed to
Yes,
take a
ma'am.
handbook, and in the handbook they say add 5 ml of HCl concentrated, add 2 ml of NaCl, add 1 ml of so and so. So that is what, it's a systematically written recipe you only are following. So the one who are just following blindly without applying their minds, I would say, okay, is something that it is written, it is done. And those are people who actually have done this trial and errors and come to a conclusion that only 5 ml is required and not 15 ml. Okay, those are going to be your systematics.
Ma'am,
Fine.
so how are taxonomy people defining groups if they are just following it blind?
They are the one who are going to, who are they? See, taxonomy is the science of defining groups. So they will actually take the like suppose this is a particular organism. I don't know what is this organism. I am a taxonomist. What I will do, I'll go with characterization, identification, and then I will classify this, that this is going to be something called as a, I have named it as a pencil. I'm putting of stationery, so I'm classifying it after I have followed the script to understand what is this. Okay, so they are actually going to define the group
Characterization
of
and
organisms. Huh?
So the characterization and identification of that pencil thing is already done, and you're just defining it into a particular category.
Yeah, and no, not maybe even the characterization is done, but at least some clues are there. There are some clues, there are some hints, and these clues and hints comes under your character. What did I say for characterization? I told you characterization is to compare. So to compare, there has to be some pre-available knowledge with us. Only then we can compare. Otherwise, we cannot compare, right? So if I say I have made something for you all to eat, the first thing you will ask me, is it spicy or is it sweet? So you have the knowledge of spicy and sweet. Therefore, you are asking me this particular question. So there are hints,
Okay,
but you
ma'am.
have to only identify it. Okay, I will say it's sweet. If I say it's sweet, then you know the taste of sugar, that how the sugar tastes and how it would be. Then whatever you like, suppose you like gulab jamun, then the sweet in your mind will be gulab jamun. If you like chocolates, it will be the chocolate in your mind. Though that particular sweet is not resembling a chocolate or not even resembling the gulab jamun, it's something all the more weird thing. Okay, so that is what is going to be understood by the taxonomist. But the clues and the hints and the, whatever basic studies required for this particular one to group is already given by the systematist. Okay, so
Okay,
that
ma'am.
is the main difference between taxonomy and systematics. Fine, this is the one which is to be, very really nicely understood, because here do you lose your marks otherwise. Fine, yeah, what is your doubt, beta? Will cell unit of life be there in the test? Yes, it will be there in the test. Someone was asking me about cockroach and all also. Yeah, everything whatever we have completed is going to be there, except this particular chapter. This chapter won't be there. Okay. Yes. Then we go to the next one, that is, yeah, same, systematics. that I was talking about. The word systematics is derived from the Latin word systema, means systemic arrangement of the organisms. That is going to be what, how the things have to be aligned, how the things have to be placed. Okay. It is a study of the diversification of living forms, both past and present. That is the reason I told you they will give you clues, they'll give you hints, because it's a study of the past also and of the present also. So they have got some clues and hints with them. Okay. And the relationships among the living things through the time. So, like systematists have, they have already written and kept everything that was there even in the last 1,000 years before, how the earth evolved. So there is a chapter called as Evolution for you all in the 12th standard, wherein you will actually come across so many beautiful phenomena, that literally how the earth has evolved. Okay. So that is based on the systematic study that is done by the systematists. Fine. Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of his publication. Do not forget this particular word, Systema Naturae. This is regularly asked in your regular exams also. Okay, fine. Yes. So, yeah, what is your doubt with the test, beta? Chapter Human Nutrition will also be there for the CET students. Yeah, everything will be there for all the students. Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Bolo.
just how for engineering there is G and CET.
Your voice isn't clear. Loudly.
Just for engineering there is G and CET, like two different tests.
Hmm.
So for our bio students also NEET and CET will be different.
CET is only there for getting admission into pharmacy, nothing else.
Yes,
If you are
ma'am, but
heading for pharmacy, then you have to give CET as
Agriculture
of
also,
now.
no?
Huh?
Agriculture also, no?
That is what allied subjects, nothing to do with your pure sciences. Okay.
but ma'am, is the exam there for full length like now?
Yeah, obviously, it's full
CET for
length.
PCB.
It's going to be PCBM. All four are there. What you want to opt, it's your choice. You can go for all four also. You can go for any three also. Okay. CET is for
Okay,
all.
ma'am.
It's a common test for all of you all. It
No,
can be
ma'am, my
given by any
question.
science student. If you want to go for PCMB, go for PCMB. If you want to go for PCB, go for PCB. If you want to go for PCM, go for PCM. Your choice. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's all with our systematics and taxonomies. And now we come to the taxonomic categories. Now this is something again which have to be understood in a very precise form. That what is the difference between a rank, a category, and a taxon? There are three words that we have to understand in this particular discussion. Please pay attention. Taxonomic category classification involves hierarchy of steps where each step represents a rank or a category. Hierarchy मतलब क्या होता है? What do you mean by the hierarchy? किसी को पता है the meaning of hierarchy? It's a normal English language.
Classes like who's superior, who's inferior.
Correct. So like hierarchy means a branching tree. Okay, this is going to be your school ka principal. Okay, then the principal will have subordinates called as vice principal. Then she will have something called as uh, head teachers. Then you have got your regular teachers. Then you have got the ground staff. Then you have got like, तो एक ऐसा नीचे आते 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 एक है ना, एक ब्रांचिंग ट्री बन जाता है, उसको हम कहते हैं हायरार्की. तो बॉस होता है ना, रिपोर्टिंग बॉसेस, शी इज माय रिपोर्टिंग बॉस, लेकिन उसका वो बॉस है और उसका तो वो वाला बॉस है, लाइक एक स्टेप हायर जाते हैं हम लोग, या एक स्टेप हम नीचे आते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज योर हायरार्कियल सिस्टम. Even in your schools you would have experienced this hierarchy. You would be, maybe I don't know how many of you all 10th standard of course, कि आप में से कोई हेड गर्ल्स हेड बॉयज ऐसे कोई हो, मतलब थे क्या आपके स्कूल में? डिड यू ऑल हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज हेड गर्ल्स एंड हेड बॉयज?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Of course, yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
exactly. So वो एक hierarchy है ना बेटा. Then after the head girls and head boys you might be having those क्या कहते हैं उनको, I forgot the name, monitors, है ना, monitors ही कहते हैं ना,
Prefect.
prefects.
Prefects,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
prefects. Yes.
Commanders and then prefects.
Exactly. तो कैसा था, head boy, head girls, then commanders, then prefects, है ना. तो एक hierarchical system है. The prefect has to report to the commanders. Commanders have to report to the head girl or the head boy. They will then report to the respective teachers, you know. तो एक system होती है, hierarchical system. Even here in the classification pattern also, they follow the same hierarchical system. Okay, same step by step हमें आगे जाना होता है, ऊपर जाना होता है. ठीक है. So this hierarchical systems जो होते हैं ना, ये क्या है? It's divided into ranks, categories and taxons. ऐसे तीन levels पे इसका description होता है. I'll explain each of them. Don't worry. Okay. Now see, various steps of classification hierarchy are called as taxonomic categories. Each level in the hierarchy represents an increase in the organizational complex. Okay. तो यहाँ पर आपके right hand side में इधर screen पे you can very well see something called as, ये देखो, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, taxon. And rank देखिए बेटा, kingdom is at rank 1, phylum at rank 2, class at rank 3, order at rank 4, family at rank 5, genus at rank 6, and species at rank 7. So there are 7 ranks, yeah, 7 hierarchical steps. And these 7 ranks or these hierarchical steps are called as obligate. Obligate का मतलब क्या होता है? Compulsory. So any taxonomist who is heading for research has to obey this systematic study of classification by abiding by the rule that that particular organism has to be classified at 7 hierarchical subunits. Okay. अब रैंक तो आपको समझ में आ गया. आपके स्कूल में भी शायद रैंक्स होते थे. फर्स्ट रैंक किसका आया, सेकंड रैंक किसका आया, थर्ड रैंक. दिस इज जनरली लाइक फर्स्ट 3 रैंक्स या फिर बोर्ड एग्जाम में फर्स्ट 10 रैंक्स स्कूल के. these things matter, these things matter, right? So rank means what beta? Rank means position. Can I call rank as position? हाँ, रैंक का मतलब क्या है? पोजीशन है. ओके. अब कैटेगरी क्या है और टैक्सॉन क्या है? These are the two things that we have to understand. Before I go into the details of these particular things, I'll just make these two words very, very clear to all of you all. Okay. First, at which rank you want to place the organism. Okay. तो रैंक कौन सा है? तो सब रैंक में उसको प्लेस करना है आपको. You are not supposed to just place it in at rank 7. It should also be included in rank 1. So rank means position. Fine. Second thing that I want to talk about is something called as the category. Category is designation. What do you mean by the word category? Designation. Okay. You know what is designation ना? किसी को designation मिल जाता है, जैसे कि चलो, I know cricket lovers. If you all are cricket lovers with me over here, a very bad day was that day when India scored 36 all out. Are you all aware of it?
Yes, ma'am.
That was a very
Ma'am,
bad day.
Ma'am,
वो
don't do this.
वो मुझे है ना ऐसे दिल पे आ गया था उस दिन की, यार ये क्या हो रहा है यार. 36
Ma'am, why you even saying this? It's very bad, dude.
It's very bad day. I know that, but एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे ये बेस्ट है ना. अब एक व्हाट्सएप आया था मेरे पास. आई वॉज जस्ट रीडिंग, मुझे किसी ने भेजा था. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर. आई थिंक वन ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट्स ओनली. इवन ही इज लाइक मी, अ डाई हार्ड फैन ऑफ क्रिकेट. तो उसने मुझे भेजा था. तो उसने मुझे क्या क्या भेजा था? दैट वर्ड 36, ये जो नंबर 36 है ना, ये बहुत ही मैजिकल है. I mean, there are people who have got all out on 36. That was today. That is what he said. Then it was Yuvraj Singh who scored 36 in 1 over. Are you all aware of it? है कोई मेरे साथ ये
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. That's the
England.
best day.
हाँ,
Versus England.
exactly. तो बेटा देखो, ये जो 36 है ना, ये 36 नंबर is, you know, like seriously it's a magical thing. ऑल आउट भी हो रहा है और एक बंदा एक ओवर में भी 36 निकाल रहा है. नाउ इट केम टू इन द कैप्टेंसी ऑफ हूम. ओके. अब ये कैप्टेंसी वर्ड पे थोड़ा सा गौर कीजिएगा बेटा. जस्ट फोकस ऑन दिस वर्ड कैप्टेंसी. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट कैप्टन, okay, if you talk about captain of Indian cricket team, I know all of you all will, you know, not shout together, miss it's going to be who? Kohli. है ना. अभी फिलहाल तो कोहली है. राइट. बट व्हेन आई वाज अ किड ना, जब मैं छोटी थी और जब मैं क्रिकेट की फैन बनने के टाइम पे थी, लाइक ऑफ कोर्स माय एंटायर फैमिली इज अ क्रिकेट फैन. माय ग्रैंडफादर एंड माय father, my uncles, my aunts, all of them. I mean, like we all are like mad for it. So, but when this particular thing happened in my life, ki cricket kya hota hai and all, that time hai na, captain was, who was the captain that time? Have you all heard about Wadekar, Ajit Wadekar? कभी सुना भी है नाम?
वाडेकर ना मैम, अजीत वाडेकर.
Ajit Wadekar. He was the captain that time. Then Sunil Gavaskar, then Dilip Vengsarkar, then Azharuddin, then Ganguly, then Sachin Tendulkar, then MS Dhoni. How can we forget him? Of course. And now Kohli. Now you tell me one thing. I listed so many names just now. कितने सारे names मैंने अभी list किए? More than 5-6 names I enlisted just now, right? But all of them have the same designation called as captain. Has the designation changed? Has the designation changed, beta? Sehwag also was
No,
there.
ma'am.
Yes, Mansu. Yes. Yeah. So designation has not changed. Designation remains the same. Who is changing? Who is
The
changing?
person. The
Persons are
person.
changing, right? So who is living? Is that captain designation living, or is the person called as Dhoni, Sehwag, Tendulkar, Kohli? Are they living? Who is living? Come on, tell me. Huh.
Dhoni,
The
Sehwag,
people, yeah, the people who I'm naming are living. Who is not living yet giving them something, a position, a rank, and a designation is going to be your
captain.
captain. So, जो designation है, it is called as your category. Okay, designation is equal to category, and taxon मतलब उस category में कौन fit हो सकता है, जो उस category में, जो उस designation में fit होता है, it's a living thing, it's a living being, that is going to be a taxon. Did you all understand the difference between category and taxon? A most important difference, huh? Come on, take the example of your school. I'm sure all of you all are coming from at least, you know, अलग अलग स्कूल से आ रहे हो तुम लोग, मे बी 2-3 people from the same school or maybe 10 people from the same school, but at least we would be having at least 10 to 12 schools से अलग अलग
Yes,
स्कूल से
ma'am.
बच्चे आ
Totally.
रहे हैं, है ना? Now if I say, think about the principal of your school. I use this particular sentence, think about the principal of your school. Now principal is a designation. Who is the one who is eligible to fit into that particular designation would be different people. Each one is having a different identity in their mind for their principal. अरे इतना भी क्या, किसी के मेल्स प्रिंसिपल होंगे, किसी के फीमेल्स प्रिंसिपल होंगे, है या नहीं? तो the designation principal doesn't change, the position doesn't change. Principal means number one rank in the school, the authority, right? So the rank will not change, the position or the designation will not change. Who would change? The person would change. Did you understand? The one who is changing, the one who is being added to that designation is going to be a living organism. So if I say, call the principal of your schools for felicitation because you have, successfully cleared your whatever dreams you have. Well, I want to see your principals and I want to felicitate your principals. Please call your principals for the felicitation program. If I say like that way, then then what would I write as a welcome note? Welcome all principals to the event of, right? I'm welcoming only the principals. हाँ, अब उसमें 100 अलग अलग स्कूल के अलग अलग प्रिंसिपल्स आ जाएंगे, बराबर है? तो नाम एक ही है बेटा, नाम क्या है, डेजिग्नेशन क्या है, प्रिंसिपल। लोग कितने हैं? 100 लोग हैं। So the number doesn't matter in your tag zone. It could be one to many. What matters is the designation which you're going to offer them. Is it fine? So you're also in your classification, we have to have 7 such of categories and 7 such type of ranks into which we have to fit the entire animal world or entire plant world. ओके, तो एक जो हमारा ये पूरा का पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन है इज गोइंग टू बी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू plants and one would be with respect to animals. So we have got two kingdoms, animal kingdom and plant kingdom. दो अलग अलग किंगडम्स के हिसाब से ये क्लासिफिकेशन पैटर्न आगे चलता जाएगा. Is it fine? Anyone who is having a confusion with rank, taxon and category, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम है ये समझने में बेटा? किसी को चाहिए, किसी को इसमें ऐसा कोई है जिसको नहीं समझा हो कुछ भी पॉइंट, प्लीज लेट मी नो. Forget about the details of these things. ये तो मैं आगे बताती जाऊंगी. There is no problem. I'll explain each of them ahead. But I just want to know if anyone has got any difficulty in understanding this particular basic thing. What is the rank? What is the category? And what is the taxon? Is it fine? Can I move ahead? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Then we go ahead with the next one. That is first, that is going to be about the category of our classification pattern is going to be something called as species. You just now saw the hierarchical system in which the lowermost was species. Ab species, genus, family, order, है ना? Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. ये 7 होते हैं. कौन से 7 होते हैं? Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum and kingdom. ये 7 होते हैं. अब इसको याद कैसे रखें? How to remember this hierarchical system? To know this hierarchical system in the ascending order as well as in the descending order. What do you mean by ascending order? ऊपर चढ़ना. To climb up is to ascend. नीचे आना is to descend. So, you know, there is a question always asked in your exam. Family is preceded by dash and proceeded by dash in the ascending order. How is the question? Family is preceded by whom and proceeded by whom in the ascending order. Preceded मतलब family के पहले कौन आता है? Proceeded मतलब family के बाद कौन आता
Family
है?
के बाद.
हाँ, in the ascending order. Ascending order मतलब ऊपर जाना है हमें. तो ऊपर चढ़ते चढ़ते फैमिली के पहले कौन आएगा? तो जीनस आएगा. और फैमिली के बाद कौन आएगा?
Order.
ऑर्डर आएगा. लेकिन यही क्वेश्चन आएगा अगर उल्टा, who is preceding and proceeding in the descending order. So order will become preceding and genus will become proceeding in the descending form. So these are the questions which, you know, they are their favorite questions to confuse the students. ओके तो हमें सबसे पहले क्या याद रखना है? असेंडिंग ऑर्डर याद रखनी है और डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर याद रखनी है. ठीक है, सो दैट वी डोंट वेस्ट आवर टाइम. So to give a shortcut to this, just write down one very important sentence. I'll put it as my whiteboard only so that you will not get confused what I'm trying to tell you all. I'll put it on the whiteboard. Yeah. You all can start copying this. Can I read this sentence very clearly? Some gave flowers, others cakes, pastries to the king. To the मैंने bracket में लिखा है because it does not have any significance. So some gave flowers, others cakes, pastries to the king. It becomes very simple and easy to remember. King का birthday था तो उसको सबने gift क्या दिया? Some of them gave him flowers, others gave him cakes, some gave him pastries. किसको दिया? To the king. So some gave flowers, others cakes, pastries to the king. है ना? So species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom becomes very, very simple. Isn't it? Is it an easy way of remembering the Which order? Is this ascending or is it descending? Species to kingdom. ऊपर जा रहे हैं कि नीचे आ रहे हैं बेटा? How is it? Come on. ऊपर जा रहे हैं. So this is going to be for the ascending form, right? Now, here we'll go ahead with one more. That will be your descending form. That is going to be from your kingdom, okay? And I won't write down these. I'll just write down the sentence. Keep pots clean or family gets sick. Okay, family gets sick. This is for your kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. So this is the way the things are going to be. Okay, correct? Got it? So this is the way that the things are going to be in the ascending and the descending way. Please remember this. Now, इसमें थोड़ी सी कहानी में twist है. कहानी में twist ये है that phylum ये जो word है, it is purely associated with kingdom Animalia. For animals, we use the word phylum. For plants, we use the word division. Okay? So because of that है ना, ये जो phylum जिधर हमने लिखा है, wherever you have written phylum, वहाँ पर है ना, there could be another word that can be used for plants, that is donuts. तो पेस्ट्रीज के जगह पर डोनट्स डालोगे तो वो बन जाएगा आपका बॉटनी. ओके, और डोनट के जगह पर पेस्ट्री डालोगे तो वो बन जाएगा आपका zoology. फाइन. सो दैट्स द ओनली कहानी में ट्विस्ट. दैट इज नेवर एवर फॉर बॉटनी के क्लासिफिकेशन में, दैट इज प्लांट के क्लासिफिकेशन में, नेवर एवर यू विल यूज द वर्ड फाइलम, यू विल यूज द वर्ड डिविजन. ठीक है, आगे आने ही वाला है. ठीक है. हाँ, yeah, that is also very nice, Devang. Very good. Very good. Devang is saying pots के जगह पर dishes डाल दो तो भी चलेगा. Yes, very right, correct. Yeah. You can write down pastries / donuts कर दो. Pastries / करो और, okay? तो याद रहेगा तुम्हें कि देखो खाने की जो चीजें होती है वो जनरली हम लोग भूलते नहीं है. एटलीस्ट मैं तो भूलती नहीं हूँ. I don't know about yours, but I will never forget this. So मतलब जीते हैं खाने के लिए, खाते हैं जीने के लिए. I don't know whatever it is in your case, but yeah, you know, I'm a foodie, so I love food. So ये सारी चीजें याद रखना easy हो जाता है मेरे लिए. So that sentence was made by me. Okay. Anyways, so whatever you want to remember, the way you want to remember, but remember is my concern. You have to remember is my concern. Okay. So in this particular way, the first thing that we are going ahead is with the species. इसलिए सबसे पहले हम species के बारे में discussion start कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Can I close this? हाँ. All of you all have written down. Then I go with our description of species. Yeah. So species is a group of individuals in which the individuals can interbreed among themselves. Individuals can interbreed among themselves is the most important sentence over here to define species. Members of a species have large number of similar characteristics. For example, Mangifera indica, mango. Let them be 1,000 varieties of mango, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All are mangoes only. So all the varieties resemble very much to each other and therefore they all are mangoes. Solanum tuberosum is always a potato. Panthera leo, lion. See, you've got different type of lions. You have got lions from Gujarat, right? You have got that is Gir forest is famous for observing lions. Are you all aware of it? Gir forest in Gujarat,
Yes,
Junagadh,
ma'am.
I guess. It's very famous and it's very beautiful place as well. Then you have got lions who are
African lions. They are
African,
different.
African also.
Mountain
Then
lions too, man.
yeah, now they all look very much similar, but still they've got some sort of like varieties, I would say. But they all are lions. So Panthera leo, Mangifera indica, Tuberum, Solanum tuberosum, they all are going to be having maximum similar characteristics and they can interbreed. Okay, if given a chance, they can interbreed. And not only interbreed, they are capable of, interbreeding and giving rise to their own type of offspring. That is called as a species. So how can we define species? So species are those group of individuals which are capable of interbreeding and giving rise to their own type of offspring. Okay, so that's a general definition of species. Now here there are some definition of species which has been mentioned in your books. That is morphospecies, taxonomical species, sibling species, allopatric species, sympatric species. Now what are these? Morphospecies, new species created only on the basis of morphological characters. So maybe that study is not complete. That study is not complete just because they resemble or they look like they are grouped into that particular species, that is morphospecies. For example, I'll tell you. um, See, for example, क्लमाइडोमोनास करके एक ग्रीन algae है. ओके, ये क्लमाइडोमोनास जो है ये यूनिसेल्युलर ग्रीन algae है. ओके
मैम,
हाँ बोलो.
रिप्रोडक्शन की वजह से म्यूटेशन होता है ना?
नॉट नेसेसरी ऑलवेज बेटा, नॉट नेसेसरी ऑलवेज. हाँ, मेजर कॉज है that the gametes में अगर कुछ mutation हो जाता है then that is going to lead to the generation that is going to be produced. वो mutation का cause उसमें दिखाई देगा. That's right.
But then how COVID-19 or the coronavirus got mutated in South Africa and the UK?
That is what I said now. The mutation is not in an organism. The mutation takes place in the nucleic acid. So any mutation that is going to be taking place, organism, what is organism? Organism is made up of what? Nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. तो अगर genetic material में mutation होता है, that effect will be seen everywhere. So mutation is purely associated with genetics. In human beings, it is purely associated with DNA. In virus, it could be DNA or RNA. Fine. So what is mutation? Change in the genetic makeup. Who brings about this change in the genetic makeup? It is the change that is brought about by different mutagens. Mutagens are the agents that bring about mutations. Okay, so it's a self-mutating strain as well. Self-mutating means it can change its own genetic makeup. It is devised to make like that way. It's a devised virus, beta. It's not a natural virus that is erupted. Okay, it's a devised one. It's a made one. Made to order. है ना, जिसको हम
Ma'am, how
tailor
can
made
anyone
बोलते
do
हैं.
this?
इसीलिए ये सारी चीजें हो रही है. और कभी भी अगर आप म्यूटेशन बोलोगे ना तो म्यूटेशन इज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू चेंज इन जेनेटिक मेकअप, नथिंग एल्स. और कहीं म्यूटेशन का कुछ मतलब डेफिनेशन ही नहीं है. फाइन. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी योर म्यूटेशंस. यू हैव गॉट अ कंप्लीट चैप्टर म्यूटेशंस. इवेंचुअली हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं ही उसमें. हाँ बोलो.
So, ma'am, now, as you said, that species interbreed, like they are the individuals which can interbreed and reproduce organisms like themselves. So, my question is that when they do hybridization,
That's artificial. That's artificial.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
everything is natural. This everything is natural.
Yes.
Okay.
So, do they make sure that they are of the same species, or
They have to be belonging to the same family, not the species. The family should be same, only then hybridization can be achieved, otherwise not. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, that's what my question was. That
There
what
is,
need to be same?
the family has to be same. No need of the species being same or the genus being same, but family has to be same. That's mandatory. Otherwise, it's not possible.
That's what makes Liger, right?
Yeah, Liger, Tion, they all are like that only because they belong to the same family. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Otherwise, it's not possible. It should be within this. So horse and donkey they belong to the same family. So you have got mules. Otherwise, it was not possible, right? So family should be matching. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have a doubt that so an African lion is a species, or if we are talking about tigers, so Bengal tigers and Siberian tigers, they are different species or they are of the
No, beta,
same?
their species are the same, variety is different. Species
Okay.
remains the same, variety will become different. Okay,
So
that is
variety
called as
comes after
subspecies.
species?
It is subspecies. It is below the
Okay.
species, but it is not an obligate type of a category. There are many sub and super. So you have got subclass, superclass, subdivision, superdivision, subphylum, superphylum. So sub and super. Sub means below, super means above. Okay,
Oh,
so they are optional. We call them as intermediate categories. They are not mandatory, they are not obligate, they are intermediate. For the sake of making the things simple, we introduce these intermediate categories also. So when you will be taught about the animal kingdom, when sir will teach you animal kingdom na, that time you will come across many such sub and super. Okay, so that time you will come to know what exactly is sub. Sub is below and super is above that. Fine. So
okay.
these
Understood.
varieties na mango also see na, you have got Ratnagiri, Hapus, you have got Langda, you have got Totapuri, you have got, I mean, Kesar. These all are mangoes only. But these mangoes are going to be the different varieties of the mangoes. So these are the subspecies that we are talking about. Okay, got it? Yeah. So first we were talking about what? Morphospecies. So only just because it resembles something ना उसको उस group में डाल दिया. For example, I was telling about the Chlamydomonas. So Chlamydomonas is a green algae. It's unicellular green algae. Okay. It was put in kingdom Plantae just because it is green in color. So it's a morphospecies in that case. Actually, it is going to be a protist. It is unicellular organism which is going to belong to now called as kingdom Protista, but it was earlier put in kingdom plant just because it was green in color. So they had morphological similarities, so they were put in that one particular species. Likewise, then you have got taxonomical species. Taxonomical species are those which are going to have two names, binomial nomenclature. So everyone is going to have binomial nomenclatures. Whatever species are going to be described, all will have binomial nomenclatures. So all are going to be taxonomical species. Okay, found out by a
Ma'am,
proper taxonomic aid. Yeah, bolo.
so my question was that morphospecies, can we say that an organism is put in the morphospecies for a very small period of time or temporarily before being studied in depth?
That's what. That's what. It's not yet complete. Okay, just because they
Okay,
resemble,
ma'am.
they have been put. Now that is the reason that maybe they are not capable of interbreeding. Maybe they are not capable of interbreeding because they need not be the same species. They may be totally different species, but just because they are morphologically similar, we are putting them under the name called as species. Okay, so those are morphospecies. So morphospecies need not interbreed always. Need not. Okay, same with the taxonomical species as well. All are taxonomical species. That doesn't mean that cats and dogs can be interbreeding. It's not possible naturally, right? So not necessary that taxonomical species are always going to interbreed. No, sibling species. This is something which is important. The last three are very important. Questions have been frequently asked on those. Sibling species. Species which are difficult to distinguish on the basis of morphological characters but are not able to interbreed are referred to as sibling species. It's very difficult for us to understand. They are difficult to distinguish on the basis of morphological characters. You cannot distinguish. Have you seen the young ones of crow and cuckoo? देखे आपने? Crow and cuckoo के
Ma'am, they
छोटे
are
बच्चे
very
देखे हैं?
difficult to recognize which is a cuckoo and which is a crow.
समझना ही नहीं है. They resemble so closely. Even the crow misunderstands the babies that they are not mine, they are of the cuckoo. ये भी समझता नहीं है उस
When they
खुद
start singing,
crow
they
को.
understand.
They feel it's their own babies. इतना resemblance है. So these are the sibling species. Siblings का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? What do you mean by the word siblings? Who are siblings? The ones who are you will be having
From the
siblings.
same mother, kids
Yeah,
from the same
exactly.
mother.
Exactly. Same mothers. We are called as, like true siblings जो होते हैं. Cousins भी होते हैं. Cousins भी होते हैं, no doubt. Brothers, sisters, brothers, sisters, sisters. Yeah, siblings. I don't know whether you resemble your sister or not, or your brother or not. But me and my sister, we are, like duplicates. We look very, 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 very similar to each other. Of course, she is younger to me by almost 6 years. She is younger to me by 6 years, but somehow our facial features are very much close. I mean, people feel that we are twins. इतना resemblance है हम दोनों में, बहुत ज़्यादा resemblance है. So she is working for one of the banks, and uh, she's a manager in bank. So coincidentally, what happened? I was in Akash. I was teaching in Akash on the second floor, and her bank was on the ground floor, same premises. And sometimes, when she used to go out for lunchtime or something like that way, students used to go behind her, miss, ma'am, एक doubt है, एक doubt है. Then she used to say, sorry, ये wrong number है, आपकी मैम ऊपर है, second floor पे, मैं उसकी sister हूँ. इतना हमारे में resemblance है. Though that I'm saying, though we are, like 6 years apart, 6 साल का difference है हमारे में, but we are so much close, resembling each other. होता है ऐसे, sometimes it happens. So many think we are twins. So we both are siblings, and in true sense we are siblings, because many, I mean almost all of like those who see us for the first time, they even ask us, तुम लोग twins हो क्या करके. So anyways, what I'm trying to tell you all is what is siblings. So true sisters, true brothers, born from the same mother especially, are the siblings. Okay, wherein distinguish करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. That is the true sense of this word, basically. Okay. So here, what are the sibling species? These two species, that is the crow and the cuckoo, they are so much resembling each other like true sisters or brothers, that it is difficult for us to understand कि ये crow है, ये cuckoo है. लेकिन अगर crow और cuckoo है, definitely they cannot interbreed. So they are saying they are not able to interbreed, and therefore they are called as sibling species. Did you understand the point? Okay. Yeah, you're right, Komal. You're perfectly right, beta. Same, yes. The baby cuckoo starts singing. That time, the mother crow will come. No, that it is not mine. I know. That time. So उसको है ना, ये एक relationship है. This is a symbiotic relationship. एक relationship का नाम है. This is a name given to this. And this particular is called as babysitter. The crow acts like a babysitter for the cuckoo. The cuckoo will deliberately lay its eggs in the nest of the crow, and the crow will, take care of the eggs so much. Even it will feed the newborn babies and all. बहुत care लेता है वो. तो वो आएगा आगे आपके syllabus में है ये babysitter वाला कहानी भी. Anyway, so that is the sibling species. But please remember, morphospecies may or may not interbreed. Taxonomical species may or may not interbreed. Sibling species will never interbreed. They will never interbreed. Okay? Allopatric species. Species which are created due to geographical isolations are referred to as allopatric species. Now, just now you said Bengal tiger and African tiger. It's very difficult for the Bengal tiger and the African tiger to come together and interbreed. It's not possible unless and until someone does it deliberately, right? The two are brought into close proximity so that this event would take place, right? But otherwise, because of geographical constraints, it's very difficult for interbreeding, though they belong to the same species. So the tigers are going to be your Panthera tigris of Africa and Panthera tigris of Bengal, India. Both are Panthera tigris only, but still they are unable to interbreed because of the geographical constraints. Right? Understood? Same goes ahead with the plants also. It's very difficult for the pollen to reach, सात समुंदर पार उधर जाके वो pollen deposit होना is one of the rarest of the rare thing to happen on this earth. So interbreeding even of the plants is not going to be always possible, though they belong to the same species. That's very important. है ना? So those are called as allopatric species. So allopatric means what, beta? Allopatric means separated because of geographical constraints, and therefore they cannot interbreed. Logically they can, but because of the geographical barriers, it's not possible for the interbreeding to take place. Right? Next is sympatric species. Now sim means together. See, species created as a result of reproductive isolations. Now, this something they have given in a very, you know, the wording that they have used, that reproductive isolations and all. This particular word is, like a chocolate coated word. Fine. What is the true sense of this word is not clear. Can anyone understand by this particular sentence that what is reproductive isolation? Can anyone tell
Reproductive
me?
isolation is when two species can't interbreed, like they can't get together and
Yeah,
have
but
babies.
what is the reason for it? I mean, why the isolations? Why the reproductive isolations is what they are saying. Okay. Yeah, I'll just help you all with this particular part. It's very simple actually. They could have put it in a very systematic way, but as I said, it's a chocolate layered, candy layered word. Okay. Now see, take the example of Panthera tigris. Panthera tigris means all the tigers that are present on this earth, right? All the tigers, Panthera tigris. Now, in this Panthera tigris, there are two sexes, male and female. The males are also called as Panthera tigris, and the females are also called as Panthera tigris. Even for us, Homo sapiens, we all are called as Homo sapiens, and Homo sapiens will include males also and females also. So everywhere there is something called as dioecious condition, where males and the females are separate. That's called as a dioecious condition. है ना? Now, in such type of organisms where the male and the females are separate. You remember in earthworm, it's called as a hermaphrodite. Do you know this?
Yes, ma'am.
Hermaphrodites are those that are having male and the female reproductive
Female
structures in the same
genitals.
organism. It's called as a
Yes, ma'am.
hermaphrodite. And we all are going to be dioecious. That is, the male and the female are different. The sexes are different. Now, reproductive isolation का मतलब होता है, even in case of tigress, as I said just now, that there are male tigers and female tigresses, but both will be combinedly called as what? Panthera tigris. Agreed? Now, it's impossible for the males and males to interbreed and the females and females to interbreed in spite of they being belonging to the same species. Agreed? Did you
Yes,
understand?
ma'am.
So that is Sympatric is the ones who are never capable of interbreeding due to reproductive isolation. Their reproductive structures are not supportive for the interbreeding to take place. Did you all understand this? So that is called as reproductive isolation. There is isolation. The gametes cannot come together. The gametes cannot fuse together because they are isolated due to the reproductive structures which do not support the transfer of gametes from one organism into the other. Got it? So these are the few important points that you cannot forget. Morphospecies may or may not interbreed. Taxonomical species may or may not interbreed. Sibling species do not interbreed. Allopatric species, difficult to interbreed, but if brought together, they may interbreed. Sympatric species, impossible to interbreed. So these are the few important definitions with respect to what are species. So normally what we say species are the group of individuals which are capable of interbreeding and producing their own type of offspring is a general thing that we go ahead with, right? But in that you have got these exceptions sort of things which you will not forget. Anyone having any doubts? Yeah, what's your doubt, beta? What about the animals who are trapped in different national parks? Yeah, then their limitations are going to be in that national park only. And that is the reason then, like their mates are introduced for going ahead with the progenies. It's a deliberate introduction of the mates. Okay? They
Ma'am,
introduce mates.
Ma'am, what if there are like same kind of lions, same species, like everything same, but different national parks? Can they interbreed or anything?
If they come together, if they are brought together physically, yes, they can. They can. Okay? That is possible if they are brought together. Otherwise, on their own, it's a bit difficult. Difficult. I'm
Ma'am,
not saying impossible. Huh.
so ma'am, as you know, before 2 3 years, the amount, like the number of tigers in India, they were very low, being tiger the national animal of India. So, what they did was these national parks, which have tigers and all, they made this pact or something. We had this in history. So, they made this pact or something which they supported the national parks, like each other. The national parks supported each other to bring lions together so that they can reproduce. And
Yeah.
that's the way they brought tigers like the number of tigers to a very high level. Now like there are a lot of tigers, they are not reaching to extinction because of that. That's the reason.
Yeah, you're right, beta. And nowadays we have got something called as gamete banks also. You have got something called as genetic engineering also, due to which it's very easy for, and it's very like humanly possible for the transfer of the gametes artificially into the these type of wild animals ka womb. It's very easily done nowadays. Artificial insemination we call it, of course, artificial insemination. So it's also possible. We have got gamete banks also nowadays, and that is the storehouse of the gametes. So the extinction का सवाल जो है वो थोड़ा अभी tension उसका कम हो गया है. But still it is alarming. We cannot afford to kill the animals anyways, right? Yeah. What's your orbita? When Earth was formed, these different species of animals and plants were made to grow in specific area, but the Homo sapiens ancestors themselves migrated to different continents, right? Yes, bacha, yes. Very right. Like we got adapted to walk erect, to walk on our 2 feet, and therefore we could travel to different places. And we almost captured every nook and corner of this earth. Very true. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you all have understood morpho, taxonomical, sibling, sympatric, allopatric. No difficulty in understanding the species part.
No, ma'am, no difficulty.
Good. Good. Okay, fine. Then we go to the next one. That's going to be called as the genus. So after species, there was genus that we were studying about. Now, this particular genus ka part, a group of closely related species is called as genus. Closely related species. Now there is a relation that is being shown. Okay, they're closely related, but there is variation. But there is variation. Okay. For example, potato, tomato, and brinjal are 3 different species. All belong to the same genus called as Solanum. अब प्लांट्स का थोड़ा सा आपको आइडिया आने के लिए टाइम लगेगा, बट एनिमल्स का आपको पता है. देखो, लायन, लेपर्ड, टाइगर are all belonging to the same genus called as Panthera. So Panthera leo, Panthera pardus, Panthera tigris, they all are Pantheras. So all are Pantheras का मतलब क्या होगा बेटा? They all are going to have some or the other similarities, yet their individualities are maintained. See, so lion and tiger naturally cannot interbreed. So they are not species. Lion is a species on its own. Tiger is a species on its own. Pardus, that is leopard, is a species on its own. But they all can be grouped under Panthera because they show certain similarities. What are the similarities? Can anyone tell me the similarities between all of them? ये जो नीचे है, lion है, tiger है.
Their paw.
Yeah, yes. और क्या है बेटा? What else? Come on, I want answers from you all. Lion, tigers, बचपन से देखे हो.
Anatomy.
Their habitat.
Anatomy. Yes. और क्या है? Yes, very good, Imanshu. They are carnivorous. Yes, correct. They walk on 4 feet. They are carnivorous. Okay.
Morphology, the whole morphology, it's a little bit different, but very much similar.
Very much similar. Have you seen these cats? We call them as cats, huh? हम इनको wild cats कहते हैं. Wild cats, है ना? Have you all seen
big cats and all?
Yeah. So have you all seen their gait? Gait is GAIT. वो जिस एक पोजीशन में ऐसे खड़े होते हैं, जिस तरीके से देखते हैं, उनका roaring देखो. Look at their sound
yes,
box.
Ma'am. All is very similar.
All are very much similar. Their running capacities, their climbing capacities. They climb on trees so fast. इतने फटाफट ऊपर चढ़ते हैं. Yeah, they are very fearful. Very good, Pranami. Yes, they are very fierce.
Also, ma'am, they show the cats, like our domestic cats also.
Yeah.
The pets. They look at these tigers and leopards and show interest in them. Like they sit and they watch them carefully because they find some similarities.
They will be put under the same family. Don't worry. Your domestic cats also will come under the family called as the same one. I'll talk about it in the next one. But genus मतलब देखो, they all are Pantheras. हाँ, हमारा जो आजू बाजू में जो कैट्स चलते हैं ना, वो डेंजरस नहीं है ये कैट्स के जैसे. अगर ये वाइल्ड कैट कोई सामने आएगा ना, तो बहुत मजे आते हैं. कभी आया है किसी के सामने? जू में मत बोलो. हाँ, मत बोलो हम लोग जू गए थे तब देखा. ऐसा नहीं, नेचुरली कभी आया है ऐसा वाइल्ड कैट आपके सामने?
We were doing safari in Kerala, like we had gone to.
But you were safe. You were in safari.
We were in a cage.
We were in the cage, exactly.
Of course, yes, ma'am. We
So
can't
you would
just
say
roam
that
like
is fun.
that.
Nee, but all of a sudden you have gone out somewhere and all of a sudden you find that you are in the middle of some, sort of a place where you are encountering a wild cat coming towards yourself. Have you experienced that
Miss
anytime?
Tadoba.
Tadoba, yes.
Yes, ma'am, Tadoba.
Also, ma'am, near RA also you can experience. Sometimes these leopards
Yeah,
come in the living area.
exactly. Even Ashwin is saying in Nainital. Yes, Nainital. Oh my God, Nainital में there is a place called as Rani Khet. नैनीताल के आजू बाजू में ही है रानी खेत करके, कौसानी एंड रानी खेत. तो कौसानी में भी हम लोग जब गए थे ना, आई हैड बीन टू कौसानी वंस एंड दैट टाइम इवन आई हैड एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंस दिस वाइल्ड कैट राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी ऑल ऑफ अ सडन विदाउट एनी इंटिमेशन. ओके, इट वेरी क्लोज इंटरेक्शन था. आई मीन दैट इज द रीजन आई आस्किंग कि कभी ऐसा किसी ने एक्सपीरियंस करा है क्या. So in Nainital, even I was a part of this, Nainital में कौसानी करके एक प्लेस है, वहाँ पर I had experienced this wildcat very much close to me. Anyway, yeah, Dandeli Forest Reserve. Okay, is it? I don't know. I have not heard about it.
Yes,
Where
miss,
is
in
it,
South.
Arya?
Dandeli Forest in South.
South में है. Okay. No, I haven't been there. But nice. I mean, अच्छा भी लगता है. थोड़ा सा
Ma'am,
टेंशन तो आएगा ही, of course, है ना. हाँ बोलो ना.
ma'am, the guy who was with us in Kerala, he was like, तुम्हारा नसीब होता है एक टाइगर को देखना. नसीब, it's
That is
only
true.
if it's in your destiny, because tigers, like, they don't really come in open. They are always hidden. They like this very closed environment, shady regions where they can attack and all.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
love these places. Even if you see the cats, they like very cozy. They curl up
yeah.
and sleep.
They are
Typical
generally
cat
near the
behavior.
tires. They are generally near the
Yes,
tires.
ma'am.
मेरे
Yes,
कार के
ma'am.
नीचे हमेशा 2-3 बिल्ली रहती
You
है.
have to be
Every
careful.
time I have to actually, like honk and I have to say, भाई अभी तो बाजू हो जा. You will get crushed below the tires. They always there near my
Yes,
tires.
ma'am.
मेरे कार के टायर्स के इधर ही बैठे रहते हैं हमेशा. Yeah,
So it's
fine.
like
अच्छा, you
destiny
had been to
experience.
Tadoba 2 years ago. You saw 3 tigers and a leopard on the same day. Oh, great, yaar. Lucky, seriously lucky. Yeah, but
Lucky,
Tadoba,
lucky,
yeah,
lucky, lucky.
Tadoba, it's a tiger reserve only basically, है ना? So you can see, of course, but must लगता है. All these things, I love nature basically. बहुत मजा आता है. बहुत ही ज़्यादा मजा आता है. Even you've been to Jim Corbett if you've been to this Nainital.
Yes,
Jim
miss.
Corbett.
लेकिन उधर बहुत देखने नहीं मिलता.
नहीं, उधर टाइगर्स नहीं, उधर स्नेक पार्क है, देखा है जिम कॉर्बेट में.
हाँ, देखा है.
जिम कॉर्बेट में एक पूरा दिन जाता है जस्ट टू वॉच द स्नेक्स. कितने अलग अलग टाइप के स्नेक्स है. यू कैन वेयर देम इन यू एज अ नेकलेस. कभी डाला है, आप गए हो? जाओ, नहीं गए हो तो मजा आता है. जिम कॉर्बेट में है ना, दे गिव यू टू दे पुट दैट स्नेक ऑन यू. इट्स नॉट डेंजरस. उसके
I'll
फैंग्स
faint,
पॉइजनस
ma'am.
ये सब निकाला हुआ रहता है. इट्स रिमूव्ड, सो इट्स नॉट डेंजरस. मस्त लगता है. They actually like a garland ना, they put in your neck. बहुत मस्त लगता है. But yeah, I
Ma'am,
mean
are
for
they
that.
friendly?
अरे seriously, I have been there. I have experienced that. मजा आता है. Seriously, I have been there. Jim Corbett National Park. But you have to spend 3 days in Jim Corbett if you have to see the Jim Corbett entirely. एक दिन ऐसा 4 घंटे में जाके आने वाला मजा नहीं है. स्पेसिफिकली जिम कॉर्बेट में जाना है हमें तो 3 दिन लगते हैं पूरा वो नेशनल पार्क देखने के लिए. इट्स अ वेरी ह्यूज प्लेस एंड वेरी ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस. So मजा आता है. You actually enjoy all these things.
Ma'am,
Actually enjoy. हाँ.
at night some snake came to say hello.
And they come. They are there. They are all. They are roaming around there only. But वो जो उनके caretakers होते हैं ना, they take care. I mean, they put it in your. If you want, they put it in your neck. You can play with them on your shoulders. It's very fun. Enjoy all these things. मजा आएगा. Even if
ma'am,
you go to Mauritius ना, and you go underwater, sea diving करना होता है वहाँ पर. You are under the water, safe. Don't worry, you're safe. And then there are octopuses over there, and like they would actually come and hug you. The octopus will actually come and hug you with all its tentacles around you. मस्त है वो भी. मतलब enjoy all these moments in your life. मजा आएगा. अच्छा लगता है ये. तो ये
ma'am,
वाइल्ड लाइफ का है बट मजा आता है. हाँ बोलो ना बेटा.
yeah, so when I was at Tadoba,
Hmm.
so it was, I think, 4 or 5 in the evening.
Hmm.
And so this is the story about the when I saw the 3 tigers.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So and so they were kind of like the famous tigers. There's a female tiger called Maya,
Okay.
and I think, and her two cubs. So I don't remember their names, but Maya is quite a famous tiger.
Famous.
Yeah. So उधर मतलब there's a kind of a tree, and उसके बाजू में artificial pond is made for them, I think.
Yeah, for drinking water.
So at 5 o'clock or I think 4:30, जब उधर बहुत भीड़ थी, और like there were at least 10-15 jeeps, okay, to just see them come.
Okay.
Yeah, or I don't know if this is fortunate or should I say unfortunate. मेरे जीप का ड्राइवर मतलब क्या उधर मतलब वो ट्री के बाजू में ही पार्क द कार.
Okay.
And उधर से ही मतलब at the same time the three tigers came from nowhere. I don't know where they came from.
So nice.
And one of them were...
You're on mute. Devang, you went on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. So, and one of them, literally, he was the cub, or I don't know. One of the tiger was literally 6 feet apart from me, and I was praying कि मत खा मुझे, मत खा. But it was really amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing experience. Yeah, seriously, it's amazing experience. Yeah, that's what I said ना. Like all of a sudden अगर आता है तो और ज़्यादा. हाँ यार, seriously. ये तो at least like he had been to Tadoba in that place. I had been to Kausani just like that way, not and with an intention कि tiger देखने जाना है. And all of a sudden from nowhere, that like where we were staying ना, that hotel was open to the jungle only. मतलब कुछ नहीं था, बैरिकेड्स कुछ नहीं डाले थे. इट वाज ओपन टू द जंगल. द मेन जो उनका लॉन था वो इट वाज एक्सटेंडिंग इनटू द जंगल. एंड इट वाज इवनिंग टाइम ऐसे ही 5:30 और वहां पर है ना कभी भी रेन्स होते हैं, स्नोफॉल होता है. तो इट स्टार्टेड अ बिट ऑफ ड्रिजलिंग की जैसे स्टार्ट हो गया. सो वाज अबाउट टू कम इनसाइड माय होटल. और तभी आई कुड एक्चुअली सी this tiger right in front of me, like few meters away from me. And then the way I ran for my life was too much. I mean, it was real thing, like we had experienced that time. So of course, but we all have seen lions, tigers, kabhi na kabhi, at least in the movies. Real life में नहीं तो movies में तो देखे ही होंगे पक्का, है ना? So you can definitely tell me that why they belong to the same genus. So now you know why they belong to the same genus, right? So they have got too many similarities with little bit of differences, right? So all those who belong to the same, similar type of groups, but with little differences will be kept in the same genus. Now, if I talk about potato, tomato and brinjal, बड़ा वाला क्वेश्चन मार्क आता है ना, ये तीनों में क्या सिमिलैरिटी हो सकती है भाई? पोटैटो किधर, टमाटो किधर, ब्रिंजल किधर, तीनों का कलर अलग, तीनों का शेप अलग, है ना? तीनों का टेस्ट भी अलग, सब कुछ अलग है. So how can we bring them together? Okay, so to bring these three together, they are vegetative and reproductive structures are taken into consideration. What are the things that are taken into consideration, beta? Vegetative and reproductive characters are taken into consideration. Now, what potato we see or with what potato we eat is the stem. हम स्टेम ट्यूबर खाते हैं. पोटैटो क्या है? जो हम आलू खाते हैं, बटाटा वड़ा, बटाटा भजी, बटाटा बोंडा, बटाटा भाजी, पता नहीं क्या क्या होता है, हर एक में बटाटा होता है ना? वेजिटेरियंस तो बटाटे पे जीते हैं करके होता है. तो दैट बटाटा, दैट पोटैटो व्हाट वी आर ईटिंग ना इज द स्टेम. उसके ऊपर देयर इज गोइंग टू बी द प्लांट. The plant will have flowers. I'm sure none of you all have seen the flowers of potato, right? It has got flowers. The flowers will get converted into fruits. Fruits will have seeds. तो potato की भी fruits होते हैं, okay? And ये जो potato के fruits होते हैं, tomato itself is a fruit, brinjal itself is a fruit, right? तो ये जो है ना, they are multi-seeded, structured organisms. दे आर मल्टी सीडेड। टमेटोज में कितने सीड्स होते हैं? ब्रिंजल कितने सीड्स होते हैं बेटा, है ना? वैसे ही पोटैटो का जो फ्रूट होता है ना, इवन इट इज गोइंग टू बी सिमिलर टू ऑल दीज. Fine. So they are going to be brought together under the same genus called as Solanum. Did you all understand this? है ना? So potato, tomato, brinjal, with respect to vegetative characteristics and reproductive characteristics, they resemble each other. Hence, they are kept in the same genus called as Solanum. ठीक है ना? चल, fine. So you all understood what is genus. So species, same group of organisms. Genus, similar group of organisms. Let's see what is family. Family. A group of closely related genera is called as a family. Closely related genera means closely related genus. One is genus, singular is genus, plural is genera. So बहुत सारे similar genus वाले जो organisms है ना, उनको साथ में लाया जाता है. So families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features of the plant species. For example, Solanum, Petunia, Datura are placed in the same family called as Solanaceae. What it is called as? Solanaceae. Okay. In animals, the genus Panthera. ये तो हमने अभी अभी देखा. देखो एनिमल्स का बोलूंगी तो थोड़ा इजी लगेगा, है ना, बिकॉज आपने देखे हैं उनको. In animals, the genus Panthera and the genus Felis are going to be brought together under the same family called as Felidae. What is it? Felidae. So Felidae is cat family, right? Dog family is called as Canidae. Can you tell me who all will come under the dog family? कौन कौन आ सकता है dog family में? जैसे कि cat family, panther आ रहे, सारे felis आ रहे.
Wolf,
Tiger, lion, हाँ, wolf,
wild dog,
hyena.
Good, hyena. Yes, yes, yes. और कौन है? और
All
कौन
the
है?
pack ones who live in pack.
Yes, yes,
Like
very good.
dogs have this pack wala behavior.
Correct.
Pack family.
Yes. Okay. Coyotes. Yes, Vibha, very nice, beta. Even coyotes, right? They all will belong to the dog family. Okay. So dog family will be called as Canidae. Cat family will be called as Felidae. Bear family will be called as Ursidae. कुछ common लग रहा है मेरे words में? Felidae,
DA,
Canidae,
deer,
Ursidae,
ID,
Muscidae. Yes, IDAE. IDAE is a common suffix that denotes the family for animals. Okay? So family, you might be not knowing कि ये family है या ये genus है या ये species है, लेकिन अगर आपको suffix मिला ना बेटा IDAE, by default this name is of a family. Same rule goes with your plants. Solanaceae, Malvaceae, Fabaceae, Liliaceae. क्या common है?
CEAE.
हाँ, yes. तो ये जो मैं यूज कर रही हूँ ना, ACA, that is the common suffix used to denote the family of the plants. तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना, like one of the years, just few years back, they had said that strike the odd one out करके दिया था, और उसमें था Solanaceae, Convolvulaceae, Sapindales and और क्या था, Asteraceae. Okay, अब actually it was very simple. ACA was there, but you know some students now they had never heard about Convolvulaceae. They had heard about Sapindales. Even you hear about Sapindales इसके आगे ही. So they had heard about Sapindales, they have heard about Malvaceae, they have heard about Solanaceae. तो उनको क्या लगा ना कि ये कभी सुना ही नहीं है Convolvulaceae family. तो उनको लगा ये ना ऐसे ही टाइम पास के लिए नाम दिया है. And majority of the students now got wrong for it. But remember, even if you are not aware of the name, just look at the suffix, and the suffix will give you the entire idea that it belongs to whom. So Convolvulaceae is a family. Sapindales is an order. जो आगे हम करेंगे, family के आगे order है ना. Some gave flowers, others ओ. तो order में आएगा Sapindales, जो मैं आगे बताऊंगी. ठीक है? So here they are saying in plants the family ends with the suffix ACAE and the subfamily with Oideae. While the now ये सब family है ना बेटा, it is not a obligate category. हाँ, sub and super are optional, intermediate चाहिए. Subfamily will have the suffixes oida. While in animals, the suffixes are ida for family, ene for subfamily, ene for tribe. Tribe will lie between whom? See, tribe is between the subfamily and genus. तो genus and family के बीच में आ जाता है subfamily, और subfamily और genus के बीच में आता है tribe. You might have heard about this word tribe. Tribal region करके कुछ होता है, सुना है आपने? ये ट्राइब, वो ट्राइब. हैव यू ऑल हर्ड अबाउट दिस ट्राइब्स के नाम? कभी सुना है आपने ट्राइब कि नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
अफ्रीकन ट्राइब्स आर वेरी फेमस. जूलू करके एक ट्राइब है उनका, Zulu,
They have a
ZULU.
language too.
Yeah, they have a language also. They are tribes. So they are intermediates between subfamilies and genus. Okay, so in that way, so everyone has got certain suffixes associated with it. So by default, these suffixes आपको याद रखनी है, especially for the family of plants and family animals. Okay, ACAE and IDAE. ठीक है, ये याद रखिए बेटा. So that is going to be your family. Now, when you come to family, we say cat family, bear family, dog family, है ना? ऐसा families को define करते हैं in general. अब family के आगे आएगा something called as order. So what is order? Order is going to be a group of closely related families. So बहुत सारी families जो कुछ similarities दिखाती है, they would be clubbed together. That will be called as your closely related families. That's going to be your order. Order and other higher or taxonomic categories are identified based on the aggregates of characteristics. Aggregates, they are not only vegetative, reproductive as such, together. They are together. Aggregated form में हम उसको describe करते हैं, group में. Okay. See, plant families like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae are included in the order Polymonaales. What is the name of the order? Polymonaales. ठीक है. In animals like Thalidiae, Conchidiae, it could be even Ursidae, Canidae, कोई भी हो, हाँ, they belong to the order Carnivora. अब नाम से पता चल रहा है. Carnivora means what बेटा? Which type of animals would belong? Carnivorous means who? Who are carnivores?
Flesh eating.
Flesh eaters, exactly. So ये जो order है ना, they will have all the group of flesh eaters together. That means their canines are very well developed. ये जो flesh eaters होते हैं ना, इनके canines बहुत अच्छी तरह से develop हुए हैं, and therefore it's an aggregate characteristic. On and on. It's an aggregate characteristic. They are capable of tearing the flesh very efficiently. See, even dog family, हाँ, dog काटता है तो गंदा दर्द होता है, हाँ. Of course, even it can actually, take out the flesh. They are flesh eaters. Dogs hai, cats hai, big cats, wild cats, all of them belong to your carnivora. Yeah, all of them. They have got their very well developed canines. आपने कभी देखा है वो जब ऐसे गुर्राते हैं तो you can actually see their canines very clearly.
Yes,
है ना? Yeah, so that is because they have got very well developed canine systems, or flesh eaters as we call them. They'll belong to the order Carnivora, right? Just like Carnivora, there is something called as Herbivora also. Of course, what are herbivores? Come on, who are herbivores?
Deers, rabbits.
Cattle. Basically, हम उसको cattle बोलेंगे. All cattle, ना? Even elephants are herbivores.
From
You know this?
big elephants, from everybody is in the order of herbivora.
They all are herbivores. Now herbivores means what? जो herbs खाते हैं वो herbivores. Herbs खाते हैं मतलब the ones who are surviving on plants. Okay. So we have got carnivora, we have got herbivora, right? अलग-अलग voras होते हैं. What are we? Do you know? हमारी order क्या है पता है आपको?
Omnivora.
Yeah, we are omnivores basically, but we don't belong to the order Omnivora. हमारा order कुछ और है. चलो आगे देखेंगे. I'll talk about it in the. I'll talk about
primates.
हाँ.
Primates.
Primata.
Oh.
But I'll talk about it.
we come with those monkey people, like
Monkeys
like
are different.
chimpanzee.
Monkeys are
No, ma'am.
different.
Like yeah, like we evolved from a very monkeyish kind of organism. That's
But
why
monkeys
primates
अलग है
maybe.
बेटा.
That's what
Apes
I
are
thought.
अलग and monkeys are अलग. वो आगे evolution में आएगा of course. Yeah, apes. Yeah. Parnavi, you're right. Anyway,
My
so see,
logic has been.
an order will always end with a suffix called as ales in plants. Okay, animals के लिए ऐसा नहीं है, because animals में carnivora के अलावा primata करके भी है that you will be coming across. Then अलग अलग है, तो suffix is not fixed for animals, but for plants it is fixed. Polymonales, sapindales, ales, poales. So ALES is going to be common. Okay, that's going to be your order. So क्या क्या देखा हमने? Species, genus, family, order. Order आने तक, इधर तक आने तक, what is our general observation with respect to the similarities and dissimilarities? How can anyone can explain this to me? That as we are moving ahead or as we are climbing the hierarchical tree, हमारे similarities और dissimilarities के बारे में क्या हम conclude कर सकते हैं? Similarities are
Differentiated.
Yeah, but similarities will go on increasing or will they go on decreasing?
Decreasing. Increasing, I guess.
Similarities will
Similarities.
go on decreasing or similarity will go on increasing as we
Decreasing.
climb higher.
Similarity will go on increasing.
Similarities increase हो रही है
क्योंकि मैम टॉप ऑफ द टेबल पे तो जो अगर लेट्स से 2 ही कैटेगरीज बाकी है तो द 2 categories will be completely different than each other. So
exactly.
it will be different.
Take the example of lions and take the example of this carnivora. Now carnivora has got hyenas also. Is the lion and the hyena anywhere similar to each other?
No, ma'am.
No. So now as we are moving ahead with the classification pattern, the similarities between the groups is going on decreasing. है ना? Differences is going on increasing. Differences ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं.
I get it.
You get me? So what I'm trying to say is कि एक species के अंदर की जो similarity है वो maximum है. If I say close your eyes and don't think of a monkey. If I say like that way, someone try doing it. Close your eyes and don't think of a monkey. I'm sure all of you all are thinking about a monkey, though I said don't think of a monkey. Because when I use the word monkey, a typical figure comes in front of us. है या नहीं? तो वो एक जो impression हमारे mind में बैठा है, monkey मतलब ऐसा, है ना? It has been fixed in our mind, right? It is because of what? It is because of its characteristics. So a monkey के characteristics अलग है, एक tiger की characteristics अलग है ना? So when I say don't think of a monkey, I'm sure no one of you all have thought of a tiger. Sure, that's for sure. जब मैं टाइगर की बात कर रही हूँ तो आप सबके आंखों के सामने टाइगर की इमेज आ रही है, तो जो मैं बोल रही हूँ वो इमेजेस आपके ऑटोमेटिकली माइंड में क्रिएट हो रहे हैं. ऑफ कोर्स किसी के माइंड में डार्क ब्राउन कलर का मंकी आया होगा, किसी के माइंड में ब्लैकिश कलर का आया होगा, किसी के माइंड में रेडिश कलर का आया होगा. अब ये क्या है? दीज आर स्मॉल डिफरेंसेस इन द सेम स्पीशीज, करेक्ट? बट स्पीशीज टू ऑर्डर जब हम आते हैं तो डिफरेंसेस क्या हो रहे हैं? दे आर गोइंग ऑन इंक्रीजिंग in that particular group. So a group called as carnivora, there are many different type of organisms now belonging to the same order carnivora with many differences but few similarities which are forcing us to keep them under the same group called as carnivora as an order. समझ में आ गई बात? Right? Yeah, correct, fine. At the end something will be different. Yes, correct. Yes, so that is about the order. So ये बात याद रखिए कि as we climb or as we ascend the hierarchical system, the similarities go on decreasing and the differences go on increasing. ठीक है? Okay, then we come to class. Next hierarchical ये आ जाती है, category आ जाती है, that is class. Class is a major category made of one or more related orders. देखो, genus was one or more related species. Family was one or more related genera. Order was related families. Classes related orders. So if you remember these hierarchical systems ना, तो who is related and how are they grouped easy हो जाएगा समझना. So class is a major category made up of one or more related orders that possesses certain similarities, correlated characters. कुछ similarities है, but differences अभी और भी ज़्यादा बढ़ने वाले हैं. For example, they are saying class Mammalia has a number of orders like Carnivora, Rodentia, Primata, Insectivora, etc., all which possesses mammary glands and the presence of external ear and hair on the body. So these all belong to the same class Mammalia. Carnivora तो अभी हमने देखा. Rodentia is your rat family. Okay. Primata is we all belong to Primata. Right. Insecta तो तुम्हें पता है Insectivora जो होते हैं insects करके. Right. What is the similarity? Why they all are placed under the same class? What is the similarity? There's only one similarity now, that they all possess mammary glands. They all possess mammary glands. Okay. It ends in suffix called as phyceae, opsida, ae in plants. And the suffix is not fixed in animals. Okay. तो ये जो class होता है ना, ये phyceae, rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae, then you have got chlorophyceae, phyceae. Phyceae का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? Class होता है. So chlorophyceae is green alga, phaeophyceae is brown alga, rhodophyceae is green alga. Okay. Then opsidas, bryopsida, pteridopsida, sphenopsida. तो ये opsidas जो होते हैं ना, they also belong to your suffix for the class. तो plant kingdom करके chapter हमें करना है, in which all these opsidas will come. Okay. And even AE is also going to be used as suffix for class, like angiospermae, gymnospermae, AE. Okay. So these are the different ways by which we can define or we can understand it's a class. Okay. Got it? Yeah. Ask.
Ma'am, can you give an example for Insectivora having mammary glands?
Yeah, it's very rare. It's very rare, but it is there in some, so they have considered. We don't consider them because they are egg layers basically. We don't consider
exactly, ma'am. That's what
they are egg layers. We don't consider them. Okay. For us, Carnivora, Rodentia, and Primata are for sure. Okay. Yeah. Is porcupine a rodent? No, it doesn't come under as a rodent. Okay. Porcupine doesn't come under your Rodentia.
Ma'am. Rodents are normally the ones who live in holes
burrows
in the ground.
Burrows, yeah.
Yeah, burrows, yeah.
And they have got a well-developed, system for burrowing. Their toes are going to be having stiff structures for burrowing. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Then comes your phylum or division. See, that is what I was saying. Phylum for animals and division for plants. So group of closely related classes belong to the phylum. In plant kingdom, phylum has been replaced with division. We use the word division for here. Example, Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, Mammalia, they all belong to the phylum Chordata. Chordata means those who are going to have a notochord present in their life sometime, at least they are forever. Okay, so that will be your chordates. Similarly, we have got non-chordates. Okay, so chordata are going to be the ones who are going to have a notochord. The division is given a suffix called as phyta and subdivision as phytina. Division means again for plants it is fixed. Okay, bryophyta, pteridophyta, thallophyta. They all are given as your divisions. Okay. Then subdivision is phytinas. So if there is any subdivision associated with it, then the suffix will be phytina. So phylum and division. These are the two which are going to be there for kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae respectively. Okay. What's a notochord? Notochord in us, we call it as your spinal cord or vertebral
Backbone.
column. Vertebral column. Vertebrae. Okay. So in us, it's a spinal cord. You can take it like that. Fine. So in all of them, they have got some, like it's a central cord which is going to run in their body line, and it will be present since the birth time up to the death time generally. But you will come along with urochordates and cephalochordates and all when you will go ahead with the animal kingdom. You will get to know many more things for this word chordata also. So
Ma'am,
we have got
so like in 10th standard we had this, and Kingdom Animalia, there we had seen this division like in very like quite deep, not very deep, quite deep. So my question was that notochord and spinal cord, it's different, right?
they are
Because
different. They are different. Of course, they are different. Of course, they're different. It's nothing but it is going to be the position which remains the same. It runs through the mid
dorsally.
dorsal line. It runs through the mid dorsal line. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. That's what my
So in
question was.
that also
Notochord
you
and
have
spinal cord.
got invertebrates, you have got vertebrates, you have got non-chordates, you have got chordates. So non-chordates are all those your porifera, coelenterata, annelida, mollusca, then
Escalmenthes,
aspelmenthes, platyhelminthes.
platyhelminthes.
They all will come under your non-chordates, right? Then you have got something called as chordata. So in chordates also you have got invertebrates, vertebrates, under vertebrates also you have got two different. So that classification will be dealt in detail for your chapter of Kingdom Animalia. Don't worry. So urochordates, cephalochordates, and tetrapods. Tetrapods, maybe you have got four: amphibia, reptilia. I mean, it will go on. It will go on. Okay. So in that chapter, you'll come to this. Definitely. Fine.
Ma'am,
Huh.
ma'am, is Pisces still a class? Because last year in the 10th standard book had mentioned in small font that Pisces has become a super class or something like
Yeah.
that.
It's a super class
They
now.
are that's yes. So why is it mentioned as a class here again?
Because in general it is coming under the same classification pattern as class. Okay, so under that also you will be having super and sub. So super sub may you will be having gnathostomata and agnatostomata, so jawless fish and with jaw fish. So in that also you will be having much more in detail this year. You will come across all.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so for that chapter to understand, you should know the classification pattern. So I have started with this chapter so that, if so wants to go ahead with Kingdom Animalia, you should be aware of this particular basic things very nicely. Fine. So that's all about your phylum and division. And lastly, we come to kingdom. So group of all related phyla is called as kingdom. All related phyla or all related divisions also. Okay. For example, the kingdom Plantae comprises of all plants from various divisions and all heterotrophic organisms which are eukaryotic. They lack a cell wall and are kept under the same kingdom called as kingdom Animalia. So broadly speaking, we have got only two kingdoms, Animalia and Plantae. Animalia will have phylums, Plantae will have divisions. नीचे का जो कहानी है वो सेम है. फाइलम के नीचे क्लास है, क्लास के नीचे ऑर्डर है, ऑर्डर के नीचे फैमिली है, फैमिली के नीचे जीनस है, जीनस के नीचे स्पीशीज है. So these seven are going to be called as your obligate categories. Intermediate categories you can put in the way you want to, as in case we saw just now, that is sub and super also, and we also saw something called as tribe just now, है ना, which was between the subfamily and the genus. So those are intermediate categories you can add according to your comfort zone. But if a researcher wants to go ahead with research in finding out the new organism, he has to classify his organism in these seven categories. Otherwise, his work is not going to be recognized. Okay. This is a chart that is given in your NCERT textbooks, and it's one of the most important charts. There is some sort of change over here, which I'll tell you. There's a small mistake over here. What is it? I'll tell you. First, I'll just go through it. Common name is man. Binomial name is Homo sapiens. Genus is Homo. Family is Hominidae. CIDAE, family. Okay. Order is Primata. Class is going to be Mammalia. And phylum is going to be Chordata. So यहाँ पर है ना, ये उल्टा हो गया है. ये जो नाम है ना, ये सारे नाम, ये तो ये इधर है. ओके, ये Mammalia इधर है, ये Chordata इधर है. So please make a note of it, otherwise you'll go wrong. Okay, so phylum is Chordata and class is Mammalia. Is it fine? Housefly is Musca domestica. What is the name? See, this is asked, Musca domestica. And genus is Musca. Family is Muscidae. Again, IDAE, IDAE. Okay. Order is Diptera. Class over here is Arthropoda. And this is going to be your Insecta. Okay. Fine. Then, these are the two examples of the this one animals, and these two are the examples of the plant. Mango, Mangifera indica. Then this is genus is Mangifera. Family, look at the family name, Anacardiaceae. What is the name? Anacardiaceae. Anacardiaceae. Please, again I'm repeating, Anacardiaceae. Why I'm repeating? Because it is nowhere associated to the name Mangifera. Look over here. Look over here. Why I'm again saying, I'm telling you, see. Here it is Hominidae, Homo. Muscidae, Musca. Anacardiaceae, not Anacarda. It is Mangifera. So Mangifera and Anacardiaceae में कुछ relation लगता नहीं है, लेकिन है. तो इसीलिए आपको ये वर्ड याद रखना है, that mango belongs to the family called as Anacardiaceae. Okay. Order also देखो, order is also altogether different. Sapindales, AELES है, AELES है, लेकिन it is Sapindales, nowhere associated with the word Mangifera also or Anacardiaceae also. Okay. So Sapindales. Okay. Class यहाँ पर बराबर दिया है उन्होंने. Okay. क्लास यहाँ पर उन्होंने बराबर दिया है डाइकोटिलिडोने, एंड डिवीजन भी बराबर दिया है, दैट इज एंजियोस्पर्म. ओके, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम विद दिस. ठीक है. वीट, वीट इज ट्रिटिकम एस्टिवम. जीनस इज ट्रिटिकम. फैमिली इज पोएसिए, ACAE. एनाकार्डिएसिए, ACAE. कन्वल्वेसिए, एस्टरेसिए, फेबेसिए, लिलिएसिए. ACAE कॉमन है. तो इवन फॉर wheat remember it is Poaceae. ठीक है. Even your rice will have the same family, Poaceae. Rice का नाम है Oryza sativus. So Oryza is going to be genus. Okay, and family is going to be Poaceae. Okay. Order Poales, ALES. Sapindales, ALES. Polymonales, ALES. So order also the suffix remains common, ALES. ठीक है. So Poaceae, Poales. ये पोए पोए सेम है, पोए नहीं रहे, वो पोहे होता है ना. ये पोए है, पोए. ओके, दिस इज Poaceae, Poales. तो ये याद रखना है. इज गोइंग टू बी really easy, not much difficult. Okay, even this they have given it rightly. Class is Monocotyledone and the division is Angiosperm. So they both are angiosperms. One is a dicot, one is a monocot. Okay, so in this way now, this chart they have made for 4 different things, 2 animals and 2 plants. Just remember the thumb rule, that is IDAE and ACAEA. ये thumb rule याद रखिएगा for animals and plants respectively. For this, so this is about the hierarchical system of our chapter. Any doubts, any confusion in this, whatever we have done till now? Taxonomical
No,
aids, I
ma'am.
will take it in the next class. I'm not going to go ahead with the taxonomical aids right now. But we completed with 3/4 of the chapter. Only 1/4 is remaining, which will end this chapter. और एक lecture में अपना ये chapter खत्म हो जाएगा बेटा. So, any problem? Any difficulty?
No problem.
Got this very nicely, na? Chalo, very nice, my dears. So if there is a class tomorrow, we'll see each other at 7:30. If not, then of course in the next week. Okay, fine. Chali, bye. See you all. Take care and study hard for your 29 का exam. है ना? अभी से start कर दो. Don't wait last minute तक. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Bye. All the best.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.